what's up everyone, this is Gamers with Reason. This video is going to be about Western Digital. For those of you that may know them, you know that they make a lot of storage devices, including mainly hard drives. So it looks like now they're going to be making some networking equipment. And the series of this networking equipment will be called the MyNet series. And there'll be one Ethernet switch, and there's going to be 4 routers. Okay, and the routers are all going to be dual band. So and what these devices all are going to be about is prioritizing. Now, look at it this way: most networking equipment, they give you a bunch of bandwidth, but let's just say if you have like 4 or 5 computers being used around the house, or just a few of them, used for different things at the same time, and let's just say you're using, the most bandwidth, or you're doing something really important. Let's just say watching Netflix or something. You may notice it gets grainy or blurry or something, or if you're doing a Skype call, you notice it's losing quality, and for gaming, it'd be getting laggy, your ping would be getting terrible and everything. And what this is caused by sometimes those other people using the computer, even they're just doing something light, like watching videos or something like that, they might be using some unnecessary bandwidth and might be just hogging it all, and you really need it for what you're doing, and so that's a good way. And some of these devices are going to have USB ports. What those are going to be for is for storage, so that way any computer in the house that is connected through the network, it'll be able to access those files. So for me, it'd probably be files that I'm using for a project or something. Let's just say if you're working with a bunch of guys, you're all making working on a project, let's just say like a movie or episode of something, then that way, let's just say the big files that you're going to be using or editing a lot, that way you'll be able to access them from any computer, and or even just music, Now if you have multiple consoles around the house or computers, you want to listen to that music, without having to put the music on the computer every single time, that way you'll be able to just easily access it. So anyways, the first product up is going to be the MyNet switch. It's going to be Ethernet switch. It's going to have 6 Ethernet ports, but what it's going to be special about it is that it's going to have 2 high priority Ethernet ports, 4 medium priority, and 2 low priority. So for me, it would be my computer behind me and my Xbox 360 console that would be using the high priority. Medium priority would just be most of the computers around the house, and low priority, I guess you could say, for lower devices. Let's say, I don't know how, but let's just say if you got a printer or something that's, connected through Ethernet or something, or if it's connected to a computer that's not being used, but you need to connect it to the network, so then you could, print it from any computer, It'd be great for that, or just someone using it for light stuff, just regular internet browsing, not much video watching or anything like that. So, that's that, and the next product up is going to be the N600. It's a router. It has 4 Ethernet ports, and it has 1 USB port, and since it's dual band, it'll have 300 megabytes per second by 300 megabytes per second speeds. And that's that. And the next one up is the N750. This one will have 4 Ethernet ports like the previous one. It will have 2 USB ports. Now what's going to be different about this one and the next one's up is that one of the USB ports will be USB 3.0. Now that's going to be really excellent for if you have an external hard drive that is USB 3.0, so that way if you want to get that raw, really fast speed that it delivers to you, you'll be able to do that since this has a USB 3.0 port. And this one is a little bit faster than the previous one. This one will be 300 by 450 megabytes per second, so it's a lot faster. Now, the next one up is going to be the N900. This one will have 7 Ethernet gigabit ports, and that definitely should be enough for you. And it'll have 2 USB ports, and for the router, it'll have 450 by 450 megabytes per second. That's pretty dang fast. It's the closest thing to getting to wired internet, And the final one, this one will have only 4 Ethernet ports, 1 USB port, and the reason for that is because this one will actually, depending on which one you get, it'll either have a 1 or 2 terabyte hard drive built into it. And of course, like the previous one, the router will be 450 by 450. So this will be really great if you're have a lot of computers in the house and you're putting some massive files on it, you can be able to just put a bunch of stuff on that. Or let's just say if you have a bunch of DVDs that you put on your computer or movies and stuff, now you'll be able to watch all the movies or TV shows or whatever you got on there from any computer. So there's a lot of things you could use that for. I don't really quite need that. I do need a big hard drive pretty soon, but I don't need a router like that. But anyways, in case I didn't explain enough before, all these routers, they're going to be automatically prioritizing things for you. So let's say if you're doing a Skype call, it'll actually be like, okay, this person needs at least this much bandwidth, and it'll just put it aside for you. So that way it just keeps on, adjusting it for the best possible. So that way it doesn't get unbalanced. Keeps it balanced for everybody, so that everybody can be satisfied, I guess you could say, as far as bandwidth requirements are. So thanks for watching this video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.